just go for a ride and stuff. So a couple weeks ago, I guess it was, we went for a ride and we wound up down in Arcadia down there. And we went, when we got down on the other side of Arcadia, the one road, is that 49, takes off towards Piedmont or somewhere, I don't know where close, but anyway, she said, which way you want to go? Which way you want to go? I said, oh, let's just stay on this road. So we stayed on 21. And majority of you probably know where Tip Top Mountain is, Tip Top. So anyway, there's a area where you can pull off, and they got picnic tables and stuff like that up there on top of the mountain. Well, she a lot of times when we're just going for a ride, she'll fix us lunch or something, And so she had fixed one that day. Normally she just fixes like a half a sandwich and then something, But that day she fixed 2 sandwiches, but she always cuts them in half, So she pulled in up there because I don't know if there was a guy behind her or what, but anyway, she pulled in and went past this table, and there was a poor little dog sitting on top of that table. It was so skinny, and it looked like maybe it had puppies not too long before or something, and it was just so skinny. So she went past the table and stopped, got out her sandwich and took half of it, and we drove back by. She said, you give this to the dog. So the dog had got down off of the table, and she was eating that sandwich. And so anyway, we started to go on, got down just a little bit, and I said, why didn't I give her half of my sandwich, So she pulled off, turned around, and went back in, and we gave that dog my half of the sandwich, and then she had a few crackers or something she threw out there for her. And I told her, I said, now isn't that something? A lot of times people think God doesn't care anything about them, but if He can care about that poor little old dog, then He can care about us. But anyway, I said, if we'd have went the other way, the dog would have still been hungry, So anyway, that's my one story. Now, this story happened out at my house. By the post light, the night post light, there was a tree. It looked like it was dead, but I mean, it looked like the upper part of it was firm and everything, So anyway, it came up. We started out with a big bottom, and it came up into 2 parts, And this one over here had a limb sticking out just a little bit over top of the post light wire. And the other one was sort of leaning towards the garage. Well, I had this guy come out to cut it down, and he brought his son with him. His son was kind of worried, whether they should do it or not. He said, now I just want to explain to you. If it falls like we think it might, it'd tear down your electric wires, bulb and your posts and all that stuff. And so then if the other one fell just right, it would smash into the garage. So we I said, well, let's try it, because I needed it down, while somebody was there that could cut it up or whatever. And so anyway, his dad took a rope and tied it onto the one that went up high or off of the ground, and tied it onto the one that was going to hit the garage. And he took it around. By the end of the garage, I've got this lilac bush, big old bush. And so he went on the outer side of that bush, he took it back and tied it on the bumper of his truck, and he started to pull. Because he was thinking he would get that one down, then they'd work on the other one. So he started to pull, and we heard something crack. The bottom of that tree was rotten, and it started to crack open. And so he pulled it some more, and when he did, both the one that went over the electric line and the one that was headed to the garage, both of them came down on the outer edge of that lilac post. Never hit the line, never hit the garage. And me and Georgia was just standing there and said, oh, praise the Lord, praise the Lord. That's a miracle, you know. I mean, God had to do that because it never touched a thing.
Wow.
And so anyway, of course, I had to pay to get them to cut it. But I just thank the Lord. I mean, you know, it didn't get anything. So they cut it up and hauled it all off and never had any problem, you know. Okay, I guess I'll shut up.
Get your party.
So what? I wonder if the storm didn't pick that tree up.
Well, yeah. I didn't have any idea it was that rotten at the bottom, but I mean, it was rotten at the bottom.